I haven't slept in like 48 hours, but boy oh boy am I ready to talk about Kira. Going in my testing, I was quite skeptical as usual, because the hero skills haven't been amazing in the past few months. What happened next shocked me. Kira is the newest addition to the State of Survival hero family. I don't think it would be very interesting to show you every single battle report, but in today's video I want to show you every single hero generation in comparison to Kira. Keep in mind that all the testing was done with a level 4 Kira. From Gen 1 to 5, I tested in a simple 60, 15, 25. I went with a 60, 20, 20 and latter generations, simply because we have to take the behemoth in account from this point on. The only way you can use the behemoth is by using 60, 20, 20. Keep in mind that this video is focused on using Kira in attack. For Garrison, another video will come out later this week. On Gen 1, Kira had to go up against Nicola and Ray, two of the best infantry heroes in game, and to my big surprise, she absolutely demolished both of them. So on Gen 1, Kira absolutely takes the crown. Gen 2's Wolfie is just a pretty bad hero in general, so I guess you can see where I'm going with this. Wolfie is a scared puppy in comparison to Kira. Kira absolutely demolished him. Gen 3's Ash is a pretty decent infantry hero, so I expected a tough battle for this one, but I couldn't be more wrong. The difference was quite huge. Also on Gen 3, Kira wins against Ash. At this point I was quite sure Kira would beat Gen 4's Brook, but for science I did the testing anyways. Kira came out on top once again. Gen 5 would be the last generation where I used the 60, 15, 25 formation, and Kira had to go up against Emma and Eli. They are not a terrible infantry hero, but I also knew beforehand that they aren't amazing.
I've had better.
And my guess would be correct. Kira demolished Emma and Eli. So, a short recap. Kira is simply the best infantry hero from Gen 1 to Gen 5. Before we start talking about Gen 6 and upwards, I want to introduce you to today's video sponsor, Paxify. By using Paxify, you can save up to 20% on in-game bundle prices. Literally a no-brainer for me. Schedule your onboard meeting today and start saving money. Thank you Paxify for sponsoring this video. The behemoth gets introduced at 50 weeks of state age, and so does Gen 6. Kira had to go up against Jess, the infantry hero, and as expected, Kira also demolished her. Now, Gen 7 is where things would get interesting. As you all know, I love Magnus. He is an amazing infantry hero, and I expected the battle at least to be close, but it exceeded my wildest expectations, and Magnus actually won. So, Gen 7 is the first generation where Kira doesn't outperform the original infantry hero, and that trend would continue on Gen 8. Our beloved Hank is still the king of the infantry heroes and also performed better than Kira. Now it will be interesting to see how Kira performs in comparison to Magnus and Hank on Reservoir Raid. As you know, her special skill boosts infantry damage in Raid and League. She might outperform both of them in that event. I am recording this on a Saturday, so I can't tell you just yet. This mostly matters for rally leaders who want to perform well in Raid. If you want an extra advantage over your opponents, a level 7 might be needed. If you are a regular on the channel, you know I'm not the biggest fan of Gen 9, mostly the infantry hero Derek. As expected, Kira won quite comfortably. Gen 10 would be a pretty interesting generation. I ranked Laura in the A tier in my tier ranking videos, so I expected her to do well against Kira. It was pretty close, but Kira still had a slight advantage over Laura. Now, does this mean Kira is S tier? I guess we will have to wait and see until Gen 12. On Gen 11, she absolutely slapped Kyle. Pizza Boy is just not good enough. I ranked Gen 12's Lori quite high on the tier list, so it would be the final battle of today. Kira against Lori, fire against swords. Kira came out on top. I can't stress enough how surprised I was with these results. I expected Kira to be good, but only 2 hero generations outperform her. If you are a rally leader, Kira is a must buy for you, at least until level 4, and if you want to smash more opponents in Reservoir League, a level 7 will come handy. We'll probably do an update on formations in our Jumping Gorilla Discord server, so make sure to join us if you haven't already. I don't want to put Kira in the S tier, but she is very close. Anyways, that will be all for today. I'm going to bed, and I'll see you somewhere down the road next week for my testing in Garrison. Thanks for watching, it's always greatly appreciated if you could slap the like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye!